Now this beanbag Tulsa, like killed her, like killed this man, whatever. He was like, driving the car, got in a argument and all that. Dude pulled out a gun and just busted. Just like Blake just pulled out a Blake and blazed him down, whatever. Whatnot. This dude don't have no limbs whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And he had people like get him about the car and put him somewhere in somebody's yard or whatever, whatnot. And like it's like the newscasters up there just talking about how this dude was like a athlete, like tossing like beanbags into like something or whatever, whatnot. And like they just stuck on the fact that he's like that he was doing that or whatever. And they talked about his condition, about how he lost his limbs when he was younger and stuff like that. They're not even talking about the victim. For real though. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy as ever. I'm like, oh my goodness. No. Anyway, that's besides the point. Now, they actually like I think the judge put this lady in jail from the security guard calling the police on her because she took an abortion pill because she was in pain because she was pregnant or whatever, whatnot. And like they put her in jail, like put charges on her or whatever, whatnot, and all that crazy stuff or whatever, whatnot. And then the zoo turned around and put a $1 bond on it. A $1 bond. I'm like, okay. Yeah, because the stuff don't make no goddamn sense or whatever, whatnot. Real though, because like it's crazy. Like she's up for doing PSD and all that. Just she was in the military and all that. Real though. I mean like so telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy as ever. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Just coach, end up getting arrested for try to try to have order up in the basketball game or whatever. Because the football, players was up there making a lot of noise, just distracting a lot of people in the conference or whatever, whatnot. For real though. And the basketball players, was up there playing against, the school or whatever, whatnot. For real though. And the coach had to jump in because they wasn't doing nothing for the football players that was acting up or nothing like that. This dude was from Tuskegee or whatever, whatnot. And it's him and his players is from one against this playing against the school called Miramore or whatever, whatnot. For real though. But the staff of Miramore didn't even put their football players in check or nothing like that. That's saying trying to regain order and silence and all that stuff or nothing like that. They up there screaming and all that stuff you know what I'm saying, up there just howling out words and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and the coach just jumped in, try to ask the officer, could he do something, the officer ended up arresting him. Oh my goodness, that was crazy, it was crazy as ever, but they let him go though, they let him go, because how they go, try to charge him with something, he didn't even do nothing, he just asked a question, that's about it, you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I mean? That was some crazy stuff. Or whatever. That kind was out of pocket. It was crazy. It was crazy as ever. Random. Anyway, so, yeah, so, it was just you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy as ever. Random. And, it's this one lady was having, I don't know, she was in the mood or something like that. You know what I'm saying? In a bad mood or something, because everybody was on the train or whatever, whatnot. And the train was packed. Nobody could move nowhere. But she got an attitude because the dude was standing right there in front of her. And she out there saying, get in place or whatever when I'm like, is he crazy? Like, nobody can move. Like, everybody, like, packed all up in the train. Nobody can move. Around them. They out there talking all that nonsense and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's crazy. That was crazy as ever. It's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's nothing's not gonna happen or nothing like that. Around them. Because, like, the train's packed. Nobody can move nowhere. Like, it's crowded. If it was overcrowded like that, like, nobody can move. For real. I mean, I'm telling you, I remember I got on a city bus and it was fully crowded. I'm telling you, I couldn't move nowhere. Couldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't say, like, you know what I'm saying? I could say excuse me and stuff like that, but since it's crowded like that, I couldn't move nowhere. For real though. So, yeah, I wasn't even tripping on that. I wasn't even bugging on that. For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy as ever. Anyway, so, yeah, that was some, like, you know, a lot of crazy stuff happening, or whatever, whatnot. For real though. Anyway, so, I don't know. Dude was like a, like, you know, gun nut, or whatever, whatnot. I mean, like, he didn't have no limbs, but he could still shoot a gun. For real though. I mean, like, I remember when he went hunting, and he was happy that he, like, you know, actually, like, you know, shot a, like, animal or whatever. Like, oh my goodness, that was crazy. Like, I'm telling you, getting an argument with a gunner, hurry up and get ghost. For real though, because, like, you don't know what they gonna do. For real though. I'm like, shoot, they go in, and if they trigger happy, shoot, you already know what's gonna happen. For real though, huh? Yeah, so, for real though, like, so, you make them angry, don't stick around. Oh my goodness, anyway, so, yeah. I'm not, like, you know, trying to make a joke of it or nothing like that. For real though, that's some, like, you know, serious stuff right there. For real though. Anyway, yeah, I mean, that's true. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's something or whatever, whatnot, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm just like, you know, up there just like, you know, actually up there, like, you know, just checking out a lot stuff or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that was crazy. That they found like KKK material up in the government's office or whatever, whatnot. And it was in his closet. They found papers and all that stuff. Around though. It was crazy. It was crazy as ever. Bro, I was like, dang. It was all up in Mississippi. I'm like, oh, like, oh dang. Like, whoo. Like, that's crazy as ever. Plus, they try to, like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Bring back this SAFE Act to, like, make it difficult for, like, you know, people to vote, like women and other people too. For real though, I'm like, this stuff is crazy. It's crazy as ever. For real though, because, like, yeah, I mean, like, shoot, they try to take a lot of people's rights to vote and stuff like that. Like, dang, that's some messed up stuff right there. I'm like, shoot, we gotta stop that. Because, like, this stuff is, like, you know, crazy as ever. I'm like, oh my goodness. For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm just up here just, like, running around like, wow. Like, you gotta get a whole bunch of papers and all this stuff to, like, you know, show that you a citizen or something. About the birth certificate thing, I'm good. Because I had it. You know what I'm saying? But for real though, I mean, like, for everybody else, like, come on, bro. Like, really though? Like, just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's crazy as ever. All because they want to keep on winning and stuff like that, right? For real. And I'm talking about the Republicans. Like, the dudes that actually messing up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's crazy. That's crazy as ever. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, hit the bell on notifications so you can see my next upload and my next post. And to make sure I make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like, gang. So long, farewell, goodbye.